Alrighty, so today I need to talk about my upload schedule since it might be confusing to some of you that are new to the channel or are returning viewers. And essentially this just boils down to my job taking a priority. If you have noticed an inconsistent upload schedule, it just boils down to my job takes up that priority in my personal life, so I really just don't have the time to sit down, record and edit and all that stuff. This video is a little bit different because I don't need to put in as much effort, but with something like the Resident Evil project, video project stuff, or a far more heavily edited video like an opinion piece, that stuff takes up a lot more time than just sitting down and talking about this sort of thing. I like doing this stuff for fun. It is a personal hobby of mine. It also ties in with my other hobby, which is gaming, and that stuff, again, is fun. But when it comes to personal stuff like work, that has to take priority. It has to come first before anything else. And just thinking about my experience through the course of a whole year working at my job, during around, I would say, this month all the way up until January, things start to pick up. I start getting like around 6 days per week, and they ask me to do overtime, or they ask me to stay a lot longer. Sometimes they'll even ask me to come in on like days like Black Friday or on the holidays. It does take up a lot of my time, and by the time I finish work on any particular day around this time all the way up until January, the first thing that's on my mind is, when can I get some sleep? I'm going to go home, I'm going to go get some food, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And then whenever I wake up, I'm not really going to want to record a video. I might just go into a Discord call, talk to my friends, and maybe play some games if I'm really up for it. But for the most part, I really just don't want to record videos. It's just not something that motivates me because I'm just so fucking tired by the end of the day. That said, I do have to put the Resident Evil video project series on a semi-hiatus because I don't think I can get it done this year, or at least by the end of this year. The only video that should come out this year now is Past Track Episode 1.5, which is the Resident Evil Director's Cut DualShock version episode. That's the only thing that I think will be able to come out, just because it's not going to take too long for me to record and edit. And as far as any other videos that are planned within that project series, those should come out after January in 2018. So it's going to be a longer wait as far as those videos are concerned, but in 2018, when I do have more free time, I should be able to get back to those. Now, the only reason why I'm saying after January 2018 is because at that point I would actually be leaving my job. I am thinking about going back to school, or rather I will be looking into going back to school. Now, I know I've said that in the past in previous videos, but I will get back to that in just a moment. In the tail end of January or in early February of 2018, I will open up the year with a video not related to the Resident Evil video project series, but actually one on Rainbow Six Siege, because I really want to talk about that game. I've been having a lot of fun with it since last year, actually, and all throughout this year so far. So I really want to do a video on that sometime in early 2018. I think it would just be a really nice break from just constant Resident Evil or Capcom related videos for a change. I don't know, let me know what you guys think of that, because I don't personally know. I just want to talk about fucking whatever at this point, because talking about Capcom or talking about Resident Evil a lot does get tedious quite a bit. So just to reiterate, I will get those videos out and done sometime in 2018, but before I even get back to those, when I do come back to a slight degree in 2018, I will do a Rainbow Six Siege video first, and then I will get to those other videos. Now, going back to the subject of school. Now, I think I've mentioned before in the past on a channel update, no less, that I wanted to go back to school. And I did go back to school in that year, but I ended up quitting. And I think that really just boiled down to me being in the wrong mindset when it came to school. I was really just going for someone else and not for myself personally. So I had no motivation to actually go. I had no motivation to actually try because it never really appealed to me. Whereas now when I think about it, and after being in a really shit tier job for almost a year and a half now, it kind of does give me some more motivation. I want to go back, get a idea of what kind of career to pursue, but what does this have to do with video content? Well, one of my own personal goals is to learn how to speak Japanese fluently and also be able to read and write Japanese, at least well enough. So that skill in particular is kind of important for me, at least because I want to be able to play Japanese games that were only released in Japan, that were exclusive to that particular region in the world. And this is great for me, at least if I think about this long term, and if I can actually go through with it and really push myself when it comes to school, because I can actually use that and apply that to video content. I could start talking about Japanese games for a brief period of time, and it would bring in some sort of variety to the channel. And I'm not sure if any of you all would be interested in that, but I think it would, at least long term, be beneficial, because I could talk about Western games and then I could talk about Japanese games, and it would just be different, I think. I don't think that it would be, as far as long term is concerned, if YouTube is even a thing long term, I don't think it would be bad. So as far as that is concerned, going back to school, leaving my shit tier job, looking and pursuing a particular career with some sort of motivation in mind that it could also be beneficial for content making, that's the ideal goal. Now, when I go back to school, I don't know how my schedule will be impacted. I will probably be spending most of my time doing homework and studying, because I really want to push myself on this time around. So I might be lacking in content again, but that won't be for quite some time, maybe 6 to 8 months, from February all the way to maybe August. I think August would be when you would stop seeing content for a bit. But that said, I think that would be ideal. So as far as future goals for both the channel and personal, and how that might impact this particular channel, yeah, school is going to be looked into, at least for myself, because I fucking hate my job, and I'd like to learn different skills that could potentially make a good impact on this particular channel as far as content is concerned, and also in my personal life, because, you know, I kind of care about that shit. Now, I know I've been rambling on for a long time, so I have one last thing to talk about before I close off this video, and that is The Evil Within 2. There was a video that I was going to originally make. I was originally going to be talking about the new trailer, the Survive trailer in particular, the pre-order DLC, my thoughts on that particular DLC, as well as people complaining about pre-order DLC too little too late. However, because work again took up a priority, I did not get a chance to sit down, work on the script, or even record the video, so I did not get a chance to work on any of that stuff. So instead, I will be doing an IAS one-on-one with PsychoRender sometime in the near future. I think possibly this weekend or the following weekend. I gotta get that all sorted out and cleared up, but in the meantime, we will be talking about that trailer, the pre-order bonus, and some new screenshots and GIFs that were released recently. So you can either check that video out once it's uploaded, either on my own channel here or on the IAS podcast channel, which I'll be leaving a link down in the description below for you all to check out. But that said, I have nothing more to talk about. I hope this clears up some confusion as far as uploads are concerned on my end. I know this was a more personal video and not really gaming related, so I do apologize for that, but I do hope you all look forward to what's coming in the near future, as well as what is coming in 2018. Thanks for watching, and if you don't already, you can follow me on Twitter as well as on Twitch. I'll see you all in the next one.